Oh, the happiest hour. The happiest hour. I'm happy to be back this week. First of all, you made it back to this week. Cheers to everybody watching at home. I got a Bell's Songs of the Open Road from the Leaves of Grass series. And you know what? You made it. You made it again. You made it just in time to hear the news that the coronavirus task force is going away. They're letting it go. They said, good work, everyone, and send them all home. Thank you so much, Mr. Trump, for your wonderful leadership during this very challenging time that isn't over. So go back home, play a round of golf, and go back to work as normal. I'm so happy we got this Tuesday. We've got a great guy joining us on the pod. Dylan Scott is going to be here. Mr. Number One on iTunes. Came out to Edinburgh, Scotland, also to be with us. And as with me as always is the lovely co-host of this show, Lancey Joe. Lancey, how you doing? Look at that hair, man.
Hi, America.
You look like the representative from the college Young Republicans.
Yeah, what we're here to do is we want equal rights just like everyone else. It's not about that. But we're just more concerned with the fraternities. The fraternities are really taking a hit over this.
You know who really is having... People aren't talking about the oppression that upper middle class white people are experiencing. It's almost verbatim like a round table at the local country club. Oh my gosh. How are you doing today, man?
It's stuff I hear and I'm like, I don't agree with this out loud. And then I'm like, he's got a point.
Why is this guy? It bothers me that this guy is making so much sense.
I'm doing pretty well. As you know, I've been spending a lot of time in Vice City, Florida. And
let's get the update on the video game, man.
I am at 99%, and I've done everything on the 100% checklist. So I'm kind of perturbed at the moment because I've done everything.
What the fuck? You played the whole game inside and out?
Yes. And there's something that is still irking me. So I'm doing a little research today to find out what it could possibly be that maybe the guide is not listing.
Well, that's bullshit. You should write Rockstar Games about this. You're playing it you're playing it on the PC?
No, on the PlayStation 3.
That's why you're at 99% right there.
Probably so. The rest of it, it's me. I'm the top.
I was gonna say, yeah, you. This is the only part of your life that you're not in the top 1%. Very funny, Brendon. Great joke.
That's excellent. So you wanted to. Are you going to wait till Dylan comes on to do the Coronathon jokes?
No, I didn't talk with him about it. I've talked with Dylan about nothing about this. I just said download Skype. I know he's watched this before because I've received demeaning text messages from him about the show.
The sense of entitlement on him. What, you did a show and you haven't had me on it? Dylan, it's the first episode.
How dare you? How dare you, sir? That's so ridiculous. We should go through some of these jokes. So what I did for a long time, and I kind of stopped doing this during the pandemic because of how hyphy everything was. It was just so hyphy. Do you use that word, hyphy?
Hyphy.
Is that a word you use, Lance?
I don't think I've ever used that. In fact, I'm not sure I understand it.
You don't even know what that word means?
Hyphy, is it like hi-fi?
No, it's not hi-fi. Hi-fi is high fidelity.
Okay.
No, hyphy is Hyphy. I heard this word. This is a true story. I used to watch all these shitty television shows on MTV. Although, like if it was bad reality television, I marathoned it. I loved shitty reality television so much years ago. I still do. If I could find it, I would watch it. But unfortunately, nobody is producing Rock of Love 2 anymore, or I Love New York, or Tool Academy. All these VH1 shows and MTV shows, like Next on MTV. Oh my God, I loved that show. Mm. And so I heard a guy say this on some dumb show on MTV. He said, "Yo, that's hyphy," and I immediately was like, I just fell in love with that word. I was like, I have to use this word to describe any crazy shit. If it's hyphy, dude. Shit went crazy.
It's hyphy.
Hyphy.
Okay.
I extra like it when I'm wearing a blazer. If I could fit it into a marketing meeting, buddy. Let me tell you something. These talking points for Q2, hyphy.
Hyphy. AF.
If we could get another modicum of hyph, I'm telling you, we're going to blow away the net. This hyphy program is really soup to nuts.
Soup to nuts.
What's the delta? Because that's pretty hyphy.
My buddy and I, of course, this was several years ago, but we memorized a few of those business terms. I wanted to touch base with you because I had a little bit of windshield time, and
that's, oh boy, I only heard one person ever say that, and we need to get him on this podcast. God damn, it's 3 weeks, and I've been saying podcast 4 weeks. Is this the fourth? This is the fourth week. We've been doing this shit, right? Third week? I don't know. There's only 3 days in coronavirus: yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Right.
Anyway, my unofficial older brother, Rodney Bowles, needs to get on this podcast. He'll talk about building how many boxes he's been inside of in his life. And
what is that, a sexual thing?
I heard, no. He manufactures large storage containers. That's what his company does. And he's a boxman.
He's a boxer.
He's one of the Harvard boxmen. He's a good old boy. I'm not kidding. He he grew up, but I think he was born in Arkansas, although I'm not sure about that. He was raised in Germany because his father was in the army and he was on a base in Germany, in Stuttgart. Then he moved to Alaska, and he went to college. He went to University of Alabama, and so yeah.
Roll Tide, baby.
Roll Tide, roll damn Tide.
Roll Tide, roll Tide, roll Tide.
The thing that you got to do. How is learn to code a dog whistle for hate talk, but Roll Tide isn't? How is that fucking possible?
It's not a dog whistle. It's a full on tugboat horn.
Roll Tide, roll damn Tide. You don't say the D at all. That's what you learn. It's like how the Canadians say Toronto. You don't say the Toronto. They say Toronto, Ontario, and then like same thing with you don't say the D. Roll Tide, T-I-I. Roll Tide, roll Tide, roll damn Tide, roll Tide, roll. You better roll over LSU. You better roll over them motherfuckers.
Damn Auburn.
You have to lose all composure and musculature in your face. You have to let your face go when you say Auburn.
Well,
where you come from, Auburn?
I'm Southern already, so I don't have much. Atrophy or apostrophe or whatever Aeropostale.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of Aeropostale to get in here, buddy.
I have no Aeropostale or Abercrombie and Fitch.
That's the other one that I love that these Alabamians do. Buddy? What you saying, buddy? What you talking about, buddy?
As being from Mississippi, I feel like I like Alabamians because they're the only people who look at me like I'm progressive.
The Alabamians?
Alabamians.
So what was I anyway? My unofficial older brother Rodney Bowles is the only one who I've ever heard say windshield time, and I was in a car with him when he said it.
Yeah. Hey, since we got a little windshield time, let me touch base with you on something real quick.
Let me talk to you about something. Let me tell you now. Let me tell you something now. He would say things on calls that were like unbelievable. I mean, the guy was amazing to watch. He would get away. I mean, just for the pure entertainment factor, whether or not you cared about boxes or sales or anything, he would like say things on calls that he'd be like, "Listen, look, you got my britches down. I'm giving you the best deal I can. Like, get your parents on the phone because you're about to commit a crime." Like, and these customers would laugh so hard, and he'd be like, "When are you going to sign on the dotted line? Because it's going to be a shotgun wedding if you don't." He would sign, and then it was insane. Like, and then he'd turn to me and he'd be like, "Brendon's in here laughing at this deal. You don't know Brendon, do you?" Like,
that's funny.
He was a funny motherfucker, man. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, I love that type of talk. The person I used to hear say that was living in Alabama at the time, actually.
Perfect.
So, it might be an Alabama business thing.
It must be, man. I needed to do the announcements up top, man. We're here at 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central, 3:30 Pacific, and 11:30 GMT. I'm gonna give another shout out to Rachel Rosina, even though she's not watching, and Erna Sophia. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got a couple regulars who tune in to hear the reassuring dulcet tones of Lancey Joe on the Happiest Hour live stream.
The Happiest Hour live, brought to you by Progressive.
Progressive Auto Insurance. Guess even you can afford auto insurance as you're driving home after drinking an entire pack of Songs of the Open Road by Bells. Progressive won't cover you if you're drunk, man. Ernest said, "Hey" from Iceland. Share it, baby. Share the show, baby. Baby cakes. I gotta come over there to Iceland. That's what you gotta do next time. Lance, we got to go over to Iceland and do a show. Oh, by the way, I got to give you the update on how the Steal the Show went in Moscow. By the way,
yeah, how'd that go?
It went really well. I need to reach out to Oleg Denisov and get him as a guest on this. Probably next week. We had to move. John Corcoran was supposed to do today. And, pardon me, Jesus Christ. Whoa. Anyway, John Corcoran, former speechwriter for Bill Clinton, was supposed to do the show today, but he couldn't because he's a very busy man and has a lot of things going on. Also, he's in the Pacific time zone. It's difficult for him to do 3:45 p.m., so he had to move off not 1 but 2 weeks, which is fine. I need to get that email back to him. But anyway, Oleg Denisov should come on in this pod. He's a great Russian comedian, and that show was a lot of fun, man. We should organize our own with Zoom and stuff. I mean, we clearly have all the equipment, and we should and the switchboard. So we should do our own live stream show where we're doing stand up rather than just ejaculating thoughts from my brain into the ether.
Let's get to these Corona jokes. I've got so many. I've got to offload some of these.
You wanna lead? I can jump into my old. I got a whole bunch of jokes here that I could jump into, but I would love to hear you if you want to lead off.
I'll just do a quick one to lead off. Did you read today that Trump actually pardoned the coronavirus and Attila the Hun? They're free to go.
Oh my God, that's pretty good. You guys hear about this coronavirus causing so much havoc? It's terrible. I don't know about you, but I ordered the Modelo virus. I've done that one before. I fucking love that joke. I love that joke so much.
I like it too. Yeah, I mean, it's so on the nose. It's funny. That's why you shouldn't touch your face, by the way.
That was good. I feel like you pre-wrote that.
No, I didn't. Corona, find your beach, or go to the beach and Corona will find your ass.
Oh shit, that's so good! I can't wait until. I wish there was a live audience to have heard that one. That's really good.
That's really good. Yeah, right.
God damn it.
That one has grown. That one has grown. All right, you got another one?
Yeah. What am I? Hold on a second. I'm trying to sort through all my jokes here. Oh man. No, you do another one. I gotta find where the fuck I filed these. I had these all lined up, and now I can't find them.
Trump wants to open meat plants. He wants to reopen meat plants. And also, he wants to reopen coal plants. I don't know if you remember, he wants to open coal plants. This MF just wants to have a cookout.
We got President Charcoal coming up over here.
He's talking about brisket.
Chloroquine, more like brisket chloroquine. Nope, didn't work. Hey, here we go. The coronavirus is finally forcing America to answer the question: how much do I really love my family?
That's good.
Oh man, here's another. Here, you did too, so I got to do another one. Even tigers are getting coronavirus now. It's almost like the coronavirus had the same nightmares I did after watching Tiger King. Let's just wipe them all out.
Oh, I've got one for that too, somewhere down here. Let me scroll to it.
Here we go. I'm glad this pandemic happened because all of my married friends are suddenly realizing how shitty their children really are.
Yes.
It's really a repeat of the first one. Oh, yeah, here. Coronavirus has actually brought me much closer together with all of my colleagues. I've now seen all of them poop on Zoom meetings.
Nice.
I feel like that one is true to life, actually. Pretty accurate.
Coronavirus just endorsed Joe Biden. I don't know if y'all read that.
Hold on, stop. You gotta stop. You already have to stop. You already have to stop.
Pause.
God damn it. For everybody watching, this is why I fucking love Lance. I can't, any chance I get to spend time with Lancey, and any chance I get to spend time with Lancey or go see him do comedy or anything, it's for what you just witnessed. That premise alone.
Just personifying the coronavirus.
I don't know if y'all saw this, but coronavirus, especially in your accent, I don't know if y'all saw this, but coronavirus just endorsed Joe Biden. That's the moment I'm in the back of the room and I spit my beer out.
and you're the only one laughing at Shakers. And then we're like, oh, shit. Well, maybe it wasn't a good joke. Who knows?
Oh, my God. That's so funny.
God, where is it about the cat getting coronavirus? Where is it? Jeez. Here it is. The first known cat with coronavirus. Apparently, curiosity is not the only threat to the feline community.
Oh, my God. Jeez, apparently curiosity is not the only threat to the feline community. How the fuck do you come up with that? I feel like all of mine, whenever I look back at my 10 jokes a day, all of mine are so violent and they're so like if I read them, like if somebody committed a crime and they submitted this notebook as evidence, I'd be like, this man has a fucking problem. Like, It was only a matter of time before this guy cracked. Oh my
God. Let's see. Morgan Stanley, amid all this coronavirus stuff, Morgan Stanley vowed that they wouldn't lay off anyone in 2020. Yeah, they're calling them firings. They're not going to lay anybody off.
Here we go. We were so spoiled back in 2019, 2018. Remember when our biggest problems was which bathroom people were supposed to use? The answer to that question has always been whatever fucking one you want. You own your life. Right, I say we get this guy in here now. You want to bring on the unofficial master of ceremonies here?
Yeah, I'll keep this list up in case he says something that triggers me.
all Dylan says is things that trigger me. I love the man like a brother who I've watched jerk off before. Is he coming online? Are you gonna? All right, here we go. Come on, buddy. We got you. I think I'm still dialing him up. Goodness gracious, Dylan. I love Dylan. I told him, I'm like, hey, you got to download Skype to do the show.
There he is.
There he is. Hey, Dylan Scott. Yeah. Welcome to the Happiest Hour, buddy.
Yeah, you told me I needed to download Skype like it's 1997.
It was pretty bad. Dylan was like, the things I do for you.
People use Zoom now, Lemon. That's where it's at. That's what the kids are using.
Dude, the kids are using TikTok, man. Kids are using TikTok. Dylan,
yeah, they won't.
I like Dylan. Look at your hair, man. This is great.
Yeah, this is the we're all gonna die soon hair.
I can't wait to read your manifesto.
Here's the thing. I thought that I was doing bad. I thought like this is the longest facial hair I've ever had, and I thought, oh shit, like I'm feeling pretty depressed. But then I just like watch you, and I'm like, okay, I'm not like the Unabomber. Like I'm good.
Yeah, look at my fucking beard, man.
Yeah, I'm worried about you.
We've barely had one podcast where the guest hasn't been like, holy shit, look at your beard.
Well, you said podcast again, so I'm going to
God damn it. I can't I just keep doing it.
Yeah. No, it's you've also I love the array of like white men you've had on your happy hour show. It makes me miss comedy even more.
Well, we try to be the most selective we can. Only the whitest of men can end up on this podcast.
I love being your diversity of the show.
Hey, man, we had on one black man and one woman once.
Oh. That's good. That's good. Your black friend and your woman friend.
I'm going to have my other white friend, Bill Petit, on soon.
He is your whitest friend.
Dylan, you'll find this funny, Lance. Dylan's done the Madness Continues podcast a few times, and I forget which time it was on, man, but I mentioned Bill at some point, and you checked your watch, and you were like, how many minutes in was it before you mentioned?
I'm just saying, your relationship is a relationship goal. You and Bill are adorable,
yeah,
and it gives the rest of us hope.
If it wasn't so toxic, it would be charming.
Well, you know, when you got two alphas together.
How are you doing, man? Who are you quarantining with? Are you with Liz?
Yeah, so me and Liz Greenwood we're cohabitating. We've been bouncing between our two apartments because we both live here in Uptown, and you know, just we are on opposite like sleeping schedules.
Oh boy.
We're basically both awake for like 5 hours at the same time a day because I don't know if you know this, time doesn't matter anymore.
No, it doesn't. It's Corona time.
Yeah. Which schedule are you on, Dylan?
Oh, I'm on the stay up till 6 a.m.
Me too.
Yeah.
Good spirit.
I watched the entire season of Hollywood all last night.
It's such a great show.
It's like old Hollywood fan fiction.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's
like what if people in Hollywood weren't the worst?
Yeah. What if all the shitty things you heard about happening in Hollywood went right?
No, it makes me feel good, but then I'm like, oh, this isn't true.
No, none of those people won Oscars.
No, Halle Berry
Rock
was
Hudson died of AIDS
and
and being gay closetedly for 3 decades. Like,
yeah. It's great that they're so tolerant with all these straight actors playing gay characters. You know.
I will say this. It's actually refreshing to watch a show where older women have really interesting roles. Actually.
Oh man! The first episode, you see Patti LuPone get eaten out.
It was great.
If that's what you mean by old women get great roles.
Patti LuPone getting eaten out.
Yeah.
Lance hasn't. Randy Kosey's coming in hot. He says Lancey hasn't shaved in 14 years.
That's true.
That looks about right. But that's like a dapper thing. Like Southern gentlemen don't grow facial hair.
Right. I should be drinking out of your cup. Show him your cup, Dylan.
It's gorgeous.
That's a regal cup right there.
Oh, hey. Well, I'm classing it up. I thought that this was like a drinking thing, so
yeah,
I got.
It is. I got
the scotch out. So.
Well, I'm about to go grab some. I might leave you two to it for a minute. This Songs of the Open Road was the last one left in the.
No, when I found out that like we were gonna be stuck in forever, I ordered like the big ice cube like trays, not just like I got like rich person alcoholism ice. So
Dylan, this is one of the reasons why I love you so much, is because I feel like it doesn't matter where you are on the socioeconomic ladder, you're gonna drink and like you're up here. You're gonna drink like a king.
Here's the thing though, like I'm like it's hard to say this, we're all going through shit. I'm thriving. So don't worry about me.
I've been watching. You've been doing a whole bunch. Tell the audience all this shit that you've been having going on. You got a whole bunch of different shit going on. You've been doing live streams and shows and Twitch and all kinds of stuff.
We just finished doing a puzzle. So, no.
By the way, real quick, friend of the show, Joey Schanenberger just joined. Thanks so much for joining. You are, I love you. I'm happy that you're joining and bringing us back. Sorry, go ahead, Dylan.
No, what were we talking about?
We were talking about all the things you got going on.
Can I give a shout out to one of the 3 people watching too?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I don't know any of them, but you called me on that one. No. What did you want to know? You want me to plug something?
Plug your shit, dude. I want to know about your stuff. You got a lot of things going on.
Oh, no. We just, all the things to try to stay busy and not remember that we're in a hellscape right now.
A Stephen King novel.
Basically, every Monday and Friday, me and Liz are doing a Twitch live stream where I basically make a playlist and we Twitch it out and watch it, and then everybody tells me about how shitty of a playlist I made. Last night we did One Hit Wonders, and Oh my God, you would have thought that people like the Toadies were everybody's favorite band.
You have a way, let me tell you, you have a talent for stirring up people's like anger about something. You are really good at like finding that, just getting into that space. And the thing that's so funny about it is not only do you have a talent for that, but you can do it so endearingly to the people who it's even happening to.
Well, I hate conflict. That's a genuine, like, we watch reality shows now because that's like the only thing we haven't watched on TV, and I can't stand watching like The Amazing Race when like a man yells at his fiance who's his partner. I'm like, I don't not like things. I just think that dumb people are easy to pick at.
Well, Brendon's right dead in the middle of Laguna Beach right now, so watch what you say. He loves conflict.
Well, you know what we did? So we normally do this live stream, and we then are super hungover the next day. And we, like last week, we did one, and the next day, all we did was watch Too Hot to Handle. Have you seen that?
Oh my God, yeah! You better believe I've seen that on Netflix.
We watch all episodes in one day. And I woke up and I was like, what is wrong with me?
I had to stop watching that show because you can't have an erection for more than 4 hours.
I mean,
I don't get the joke. What's the show about?
The show is called Too Hot to Handle. It's on Netflix. It's basically, you get like 6 of the hottest people you've ever seen, like generic reality show thing. Then they're put on an island and they're told that that it's like a dating show. And then they get there and they find out that they're not allowed to have any kind of sex or kissing or anything.
No sexual contact. So imagine the greatest season of The Real World. Okay, The Real World Las Vegas won. It was the best season of The Real World.
I'm so sad that I knew exactly what season of The Real World you were talking about.
It's the best. It was the best. The best season. Some people say Chicago 2. No, a pretty good season. This one the best.
Holy shit, Brendon! You should do impressions.
That's a classic Dylan Scott, right on the line. Compliment, insult.
You like me more than most people. I will say that, Lemon.
I like you more than most people?
Yeah,
most people. My tolerance for unique personalities is quite high.
Most people just think that I'm a swarmy asshole. You think it's genius. So I think
you know what? I think you mean it well, mostly.
Mostly.
All right. So the point is, imagine The Real World Las Vegas season 1, except nobody can fuck. That's the whole thing. And it's amazing because it reminds me of my entire high school to college career.
Yeah.
Because you were super hot and couldn't fuck?
No, because I just couldn't fuck. And I watched other people who...
My favorite thing is, like, there's one person in the show, and, like, he's, like, really, like, alpha male dude. And then he finds out that they can't, like, have sex, but they'll win, like, $100,000 if they don't. And he just instantly turns all about the money. And every time somebody loses money from them, they just pan to him. And he's just so exasperated about how everybody's horny and trying to fuck. And he's just like, come on, guys.
My favorite part of the show, one of my actual favorite parts of the show has been when there's the really tall but very, like... he's not terribly good looking dude who one of the British dudes in the show, and he like immediately hooks up with the hottest chick, and she immediately hooks up with him because he's tall. And I was
he's
like,
the Australian dude. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was Australian.
He calls women possums.
Yeah.
Creepy. He's like, oh, you're being a kinky possum. It's like, ew, gross.
Well, why? I thought they couldn't have sex.
Yeah,
They're not supposed to. But they like, it's so dumb, and I can't believe I'm wasting my only appearance in front of 4 people on the Happy Hour podcast or whatever. Happiest Hour. I can't believe I'm wasting all my time.
And don't be a dick. There's 6 people watching.
So explain the art behind you, Dylan.
Oh, so have you guys heard of like therapy drawings? Like drawing just like to get through therapy?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I am a terrible artist, but also can't see my therapist. So I've just started making art when I'm just sitting doing nothing. So I've bought some crayons and I've just been doing crayon drawing. So if I watched the Michael Jordan biopic, so I just made that. Guess he's an asshole.
Oh my god.
I watched the Hollywood thing.
Won't.
This one, I saw somebody make one of these, so.
What is this? What does it say? Sorry, back it up just a little
bit.
It
says, I miss my friends, even the shitty ones. You know?
I dig your Hawaii sweater, by the way, man.
Yeah, got that in Hawaii back when we could go places.
Back when people could travel and do things.
Yeah, no, yeah, so, hey, I had a funny tidbit that I wanted to...
let's do it.
It was about you, Lemon, but I can't remember it. Great content.
Yeah, all right, awesome. Top of the game, Dylan Scott also went to Edinburgh. I'm glad you came out to that. That was for the...
Here's what he said. You keep bringing up my album like it's an accomplishment.
You know, it was number 1 on iTunes. Me and Lancey haven't had that.
I bet you Lancey has a big enough family to make, if he put out an album, he would be able to get it number 1 on iTunes. But you say that, and it's not like I don't ride your coattails for everything. So, like, the only reason I was able to go to Edinburgh was because you let me go with you. So you're the benevolent.
It was still a good time. I'm glad you did it.
I always tell people this, and I've told you this, that when you wise up and stop doing comedy, you will be the best comedy producer. You'll be a kingmaker.
Yeah. The sad truth about that is that it'll never happen because I'm going to constantly try to just be a comedian.
I mean, here's the thing. Comedy's not going to happen anymore, so...
Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird. It's it's bizarre, man. It's not going to happen. Roy Wood said in the fall there might be a few small shows and stuff. I think he's right about that.
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting, but you know that open mics are going to happen till the end of time.
Yeah.
And all the clubs will shut down.
Yeah, I mean, the coronavirus is big now, but I remember when it was just doing open mics.
Yeah. Remember when coronavirus got that opening spot on Comedians You Should Know, and everybody was like, what the fuck? How did they get that?
That's totally right, man. I remember.
Yeah, I remember Foot Fungus talking shit about it, coronavirus.
And then we found out that Foot Fungus was being real inappropriate with female comics, and they got axed out of the scene.
There was that whole article in Vulture about Foot Fungus, but it was written by halitosis, so I don't know how accurate it is.
It is funny though, because you were talking. I was watching before, and you were talking about progressive, and I saw a former Chicago comedian that got kicked out of the scene on a Progressive insurance commercial last night. So
what?
Yeah.
What? Who? What?
We don't need to talk about specifics. I can tell you that later. But I was like, oh, good. The one person that's a piece of shit is thriving during the quarantine.
Funny, I saw it's weird when you watch TV and you see people you've done comedy with or on TV. Like Joel Boyd was on that McDonald's commercial.
Oh, yeah.
And Jordan Dahl from the Denver scene that I was in for a while was on a WAPO, I think, commercial.
You can't call them that. They're called Italian Americans.
That was quick, Dylan.
That was quicker than our 2-second delay here.
Yeah,
How did
came
you
in so
jump that?
fast?
Here's the thing. I haven't been on stage in over a month, so I'm gotten nothing but quick wit.
It's so fucking weird, man. I was like, this was right when I moved to New York for the third time.
Are you in New York right now?
Nah, I'm in Chicago. Yeah.
Okay, so you haven't moved anywhere.
Yeah, it's a third time I attempted to move. The third motherfucking time. And I feel like this time God sent a pandemic to let me know that I shouldn't be there. So apparently I need to listen to him and you and quit comedy.
I'm not saying. I think. Hey, stay in New York. Stay in New York.
Well, the first time he went to New York, it was like locust everywhere, wasn't it? And frogs. There was the frogs.
It started raining frogs.
Is that why my firstborn son died all of a sudden?
Yeah, look, I'm sorry that happened to you. Okay, but the Lord was trying to teach me a lesson.
It's okay. I got others. I'm good. Hey, Lancey, are you doing your show on Twitch? What are you doing? Is it all Facebook?
It's been all Facebook so far, but we have the keys to Twitch now. We have the keys.
Do you know how many hours you've done so far?
I don't.
No?
I've done it. I did one 24-hour shift, and then there's been almost 50 shows.
So, but like you have a lady friend, right?
Oh yeah, what? Yeah, she's around here somewhere, I think. Oh shit.
My question is, do you just like not enjoy spending time with your girlfriend? Like, is she okay with you spending that much time?
Well, she actually goes to work still.
Oh,
so
she's one of those people that still have a job.
Yeah, she's essential. Not as essential as comedy, though. Not essential.
What, does she work at Aldi?
No, Trader Joe's.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Dude.
They got better benefits.
Yes.
They just paid out the biggest bonus they've ever paid to all of their employees during this whole situation.
Trader Joe's did?
Yeah, man. I'd say they're not traitors at all. They're Patriot Joes.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
From what I see.
So you just do all this while she's at work?
Mostly, and plus, she's an artist too. She's an actor, and so she reads and does. She works on her craft sometimes when I'm doing.
We're trying to. Yeah. It's weird because like Liz and I, we're trying to like. If I were doing this and I was single, I would like jump into that like Lancey mode of like being online 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Because when we started doing the Twitch playlist live stream, I was like, oh, this is great. We should do this every night. And then it was like, wait, do we want to spend every night just talking to a computer screen?
Right.
But it's a weird kind of balance because of trying to like fill that like creative void versus like trying to keep some semblance of like a normal life.
Yeah. Yeah, it is weird.
Sorry to get real with you, Lemon. Sorry that this
fine,
came
man. Let's go wherever you want to go, man. It's bizarre that I feel like it's I'm quarantining with Gloria, and I've basically seen her, and that's it for the last like 2 months.
Yeah,
it's very bizarre, and I feel, and we have a open relationship, so she sees other people.
Whoa, you guys, open relationships still happen during quarantine?
Yeah, she's at her boyfriend's right now. Like, I'm talking to you, motherfuckers.
Now we know. Now we know how Brendon gets the Roma. So
yeah, from Josh P., her other boyfriend.
Josh is always get it.
It's so bad because like she feels kind of guilt. She's like feels guilty. She's like, oh, I'm your only so because like you got. I mean, like I do this and I see Lancey, 4 times a week, and we text and talk more than that. But like,
here's my question: why does Lancey get to be on every show?
well, we came up with it together. We produced it together. That's why. Why are you jealous?
I'm definitely jealous. You know that. If anybody's gonna ride the Lemon coattails, it's gonna be me.
Well, we'll have you on more often, man.
Yeah, this is an open show. This is like Brendan's relationship. Any old dude can
Any
walk
other
in.
motherfucker can jump on here, man.
It doesn't matter who. Just as long as you're white, straight male, we don't give a shit.
Hey, Dylan, I'll make you a deal. Every time a former speechwriter for Bill Clinton cancels, we'll have you on.
Oh. What if I get you a Ross Perot?
I'd prefer a Ross Perot.
Here's the thing. I have this hat. I have this really cool hat. It's a Ross Perot for President hat. I bought it. I got it. I was wearing it. It's great. Then
that's so good.
Trump starts running for president, and I can't wear it because it looks exactly like a MAGA hat.
What? Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh,
so I have this,
damn it.
I have this great bit hat that I can't wear.
That's so sad.
My life is so hard right now.
Oh, man. I wanted to buy one of those Make America Great Again hats, but in Russian. It's just in Cyrillic.
I don't... So, did you do a Russian comedy show?
Yeah, I did. So, did you ever meet, when you were in Edinburgh, did you meet Oleg Denisov, the Russian comedian who I'm friends with?
No, I don't associate with foreign actors.
Well, he's not an actor. He's a comedian.
You're like the Oscars.
Oscarskis. He does a English comedy show. He's booked amazing comedians on his show before, and including
and you
and me, and the bottom of the barrel. He asked me if I wanted to do it, and I'm like, literally, Oleg, who are you? Like, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel here. But he's done some unbelievable comedians. He had Jim Gaffigan he booked on his show. And,
nice.
And he's got this coming weekend on Saturday at 8 p.m. GMT +3, which is like noon Central Time, 1 Eastern, whatever. Anyway, he booked Helgi Steiner Gunnlaugsson, who's a really funny Icelandic comedian who also recently was in Edinburgh. So he has good comedians on the show, but he also decided to book me. And so I did his show this past week, and it was fun, man. We actually had a pretty big audience watching from home. And
I've been avoiding like Zoom comedy shows pretty hard because I
like the plague.
Yeah, pretty much like the Corona plague, and I think it's because like I thrive off of feedback, and I really abandon my first instinct is to abandon all jokes.
Oh yeah.
And so like I wonder. So I haven't been doing like actively seeking them out. Are people getting paid? Like you get Jim Gaffigan on one of these shows. Do you have to pay Jim Gaffigan a rate for being on one of these shows?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's such a good question. I don't know, especially for a guy like Jim. I certainly didn't get paid.
Right, because I've seen other people that have like put on shows, and they've gotten like Kyle Kinane and people like that. And I'm just like, I wonder if you have to compensate them. But then also I'm like, are these people so bored and missing comedy that they're just willing to like go Zoom on all these stuff?
Right. I don't know, man, because there's one that's coming together tonight, tomorrow, and the next day, 5, 6, and 7 at Ridley's in Royal Oak. And that one, Ridley's in Royal Oak, Michigan, pardon me. And Ridley has on, it's an amazing lineup, as the Zoom show. Friend of the show, Dave Landau, who was on last week, is going to be on that show, along with J. Chris Newberg, who I hope to get on this thing soon. Mike Costa, a couple of other people, and then Dave Coulier and Tim Allen are all going to be on that show.
Uncle Joey?
Uncle Joey is going to be on that show.
Shit. Cut it out.
Cut it out. And it's to benefit the wait staff. So all the proceeds for that show are just going to the wait staff of Ridley's.
No, I've been watching a lot of the I watched the comedy seller telethon or whatever. I've been watching a lot of the live streams. It gives you hope as a lower comedian seeing all these big rich comedians bomb on these Zoom telethons.
Oh, it's amazing.
It is so wonderful. And half of them resort to showing their buttholes on the camera. It's
really?
Yeah, I saw there was one where Bobby Lee showed his anus.
Oh, nice. Bobby, that's nothing that nobody hasn't seen before. Well, but if Whitney Cummings is going to be doing a set, I'd watch that.
Well, and there was one where Joey Diaz showed his scrotum. It's if these people are resorting to this, it's dire times.
Oh yeah, man. Well, because it's so weird because these guys are so used to this. I'm glad this came up. Because it's like a petri dish for watching. These guys are so used to getting up at the Comedy Store and having whatever happens there, and now they got to sit in front of this thing. Meanwhile, guys like me and you are used to nobody laughing at our shit.
Nothing back to the audience.
Yeah.
No, it is. It's the cult of personality because I've seen a lot of TJ Millers and people like that where they get up and it's people are expected to laugh because they like the name.
Yeah.
And this seems like a very fun equalizer of people when people aren't responding. It also reminds me of when Ian Abramson did 7 Minutes in Purgatory, was ahead of its time.
Yeah, it's fascinating because I feel like Drew Michael did that special where he was just talking without an audience.
Right.
And it's now that's what we're all doing.
Right. Except
I love that Joey Diaz is will this make you laugh?
I much prefer this format though, just talking and being people. So
yeah, right? It's funny because I talked with Dave Landau about this a while ago because he's been kind enough to invite me on Compound Media a couple times, but it's literally just hanging out with your friends. That's what it is, except you make the audience your friend, and these are all your thoughts that you've gone through and edited,
Right, and that's honestly how our Twitch started was it's mainly just friends of our. We don't get more than 40 people that sign on throughout the 4 hours that we do it, but it's our friends will join in and talk shit, and then a random person will join in and talk shit, and then they'll come back. So it's it feels very organic, and it's a lot more satisfying than doing a Zoom open mic.
Ugh, yeah. It's so that format feels so weird, to watch. Because the only thing that was strange about it, and I should say Oleg did a really good job. He's done a good job setting it up, and he's done a good job managing it and putting it together, and it's all very well done. Even then, it's still strange to you're watching in front of you all these faces on the screen that are all in their individual apartments, and a lot of them are just sitting on the couch or in bed or something, and you say your joke, and then you don't hear any of them. But you see some of them laugh, and then a bunch of emojis come up, and you're like, "What the? This is so weird."
Yeah, it sounds brutal, and it almost is rather find a different avenue to get your creativity out. Lancey, do you interact with other people on yours?
Yeah, I do. The first night that I did it, I actually have a little stage set up over here. Yeah. And I did that, and it is brutal, especially that first night when I was so not used to the silence after you say something. And I've gone back to that, and it's a little easier now that I've done. I'm sure we're all three used to this now, where it's just so emptying. It's soul sucking if you go towards if But I like this format where even if you have where it's like if you have one person that like if I was going to do a set right now and I can hear both of y'all,
Right.
like if you're just even just one other person laughing, like you remember that old show that used to come on cable, which was like it was like some dude. He would host the show, and he had like I didn't like this show when it aired, but he would have like 5 comedians on the couch, and he would be like, "Oh yeah, you've got a story about
Unleash with Byron Allen.
Yes, that's it.
What was it called? What was it called?
It's called Comics Unleashed with Byron Allen.
Ah.
Yeah, and he would be like, so Tony, you're from Atlanta. That's weird. And then Tony would go into like a pre-planned bit about how weird it is being from Atlanta.
Yeah,
Thanks,
and I
Byron.
didn't like that.
Thanks so much, Byron. You know, it's funny being from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And, also, Byron Allen, straight up billionaire. That guy.
For real?
He's a comedian that became a billionaire because he started buying up small market media companies. And
What?
yeah, look up Byron Allen. He just basically he's suing like all Time Warner and stuff.
Yeah.
Because of monopolies. But the dude is like he's basically like richer than Tyler Perry.
God damn, man.
Yeah.
What I was saying about that is like I didn't like that show format. I didn't think it was good. But in this situation, that's the perfect setup.
Oh, it's so much better. Liz did a show the other night where she was it was like a pets thing, and it was like everybody like did stand up with their pets, and that was the format was like the person was talking, and it's so much better to have like somebody to bounce it off with because like. But also, I think it's good because we're finding different avenues other than just like straight up telling jokes.
Well, it's kind of like Conan was kind of like this. Like he would invite people on the couch, and then as soon as they were like a guest, he would be like, you had something happen. You moved recently, didn't you? And then like Bill Burr would go off for 5 minutes, and it's his bit from on stage. But like it felt so natural when Conan asked him the question.
And
I don't know. I moved.
You know what, Conan? Let me ask you a question, Conan. Why does anybody like?
That's a great Lancey. That's a great Conan impression.
Yeah. Yes.
It's also
I don't know. I'm Conan O'Brien. Whatever.
But Lemon, you know I like doing stupid dumb bits.
Yeah.
So like and even bits that aren't bits. Like on Sunday, we took every cup in my apartment that I own.
Yep.
And we put them on my table, and we just played a big ass game of beer pong and put it on Facebook Live.
Yeah, that's great.
That's so much fun.
It's so much fun, and it's like we're watching and we're interacting with friends, and it's just it's a fun way of like getting those creative juices out.
Yeah. That's actually a great. You should do that regularly. That's a lot of fun. And the great thing is you could have people over to do it with.
Yeah, have you heard about those parties that have about 100 people? That's going to be me.
That are getting threatened with jail time from the mayor of Chicago?
But it's not going to be busted because I'm white and live on the north side. So
Perfect.
But yeah, that's the cutting edge social commentary that I'm known for.
You heard it here first on the Happiest Hour.
Yeah.
What you made your name in.
But
that's how you bought your first media company.
Yeah. I'm actually Byron Allen. I've been Byron Allen this whole time.
And you would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.
But I like the dumb shit. Like one of my favorite bits that I ever did was remember when you used to be fun and threw house party shows?
Yeah. Yep.
One of my favorite bits that I ever do would be closing out your shows at those parties.
Oh yeah, who was it to this? I've mentioned it on the show before that the best closer we ever had to that show was you getting Renee to play Third Eye Blind, I think, and or whatever song it was, and it was it ended so well. I was like, we can't top this. Like no one could do stand up after this.
So what you're saying is I'm going to close out every one of these happy hour shows that you're doing.
And now Dylan Scott to finish it out.
Just bring me on for the last 5 minutes of every show.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we could work out a format like that.
So Dylan, you're from Atlanta, right?
Oh, man. Let me tell you what quarantine in Atlanta's like. Oh, buddy.
You know, sweet tea in Atlanta's different.
Well, in Atlanta, they quarantine like this. And in Chicago, they quarantine like this. In Atlanta, they don't quarantine at all.
Yes. We quarantined for a few days. We didn't like it.
Oh, my God. Dylan Scott, where can people find you? Get after you. We got to wrap this thing up.
Well, I'm at 4107 North Broadway from now until the end of time.
606 what?
What?
606 what?
60613.
Whoa.
Nice.
If you send me things, I'll start doing unboxing videos.
Perfect. God damn it. I can't.
let's see,
I need to look back and I need to send you some shit.
I had a spring break tour that was canceled. I had a summer tour that is probably going to be canceled. And right now, and my work, because I work for Chicago Public Schools, I'm basically free until September. So,
hell yeah.
Just wake Dylan up when September ends.
No, please, before. If I sleep till September, then there's something wrong.
All right, buddy, you take it easy. Be well.
All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm basically going to force myself on this show. This was a lot of fun.
All right.
Hey, Dylan, you can be on my show too, anytime you want.
Yeah? Hey, Lancey, don't tempt me with a good time.
Hell yeah.
All right. Take it easy, Dylan.
All right. You guys are great.
Bye.
Stay safe.
See ya.
What a great dude. Dylan Scott. That's so much fun, man. Did you cross over with his time in Edinburgh also?
Yeah, just like one day.
Got it. Yeah, Dylan, my favorite. I didn't even tell the story. I should have rehashed this with him. I think we did more than one time when he was on the podcast. But one of my fondest memories of Edinburgh was waking up at 7 a.m. in my. There was like multiple people who slept in my bedroom, just who were passing through as comedians. And my favorite was waking up at 7 a.m. to Dylan Scott opening very slowly a bag of chips.
You guys still talking about me?
Yeah, we're still talking about you. God damn it. I'm gonna fucking drop you off of this show.
I didn't know that I could rejoin. This gives me a lot of power, Lemon.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that you learned this.
Yeah. Brendon, you're going to have to change your passwords.
I really am, man. The problem is that Ecamm takes this thread and automatically like updates it.
Is it the same link every day?
No.
Hey. I will limit myself. If you let me join in, I will limit myself to like a minute an episode. But I just want to pop in and say hey.
All right, buddy. All right, take care. We're going to wrap it up with Lance.
All right.
Be well. All right, God damn it. That's so funny. All right. But you know what? That's his brand.
That's funny. I don't understand how that happened.
Yeah, right? Oh my gosh. He hacked the system. Lance, what do you got going on the Lancey Joe and Venmo show today?
We have Janelle Murphy.
Murphy.
So we're doing the
she's a funny lady.
Yeah. So this week, or I guess Sunday was the first day, I had my buddy Randy Cossey on that you see in the comments there.
Yep.
He was on to do a pregame for the Bulls documentary that was coming. Have you watched any of those, Brendon?
Which one are you talking about? You talking about the
the Bulls The Last Dance.
No, I keep hearing a lot about it though. I need to watch it and learn a thing or two about sports.
Yeah, there is sports in there, but also there's drama to satisfy your needs. It's kind of like a reality show. You might like it.
I guess sports are kind of the original reality show when you think about it.
That's true, yeah. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's why you like history so much. It's like the old reality
Oh
show.
man, that happened? That shit happened? Shit, dude.
Caesar did what?
What? And that was his mom the whole time?
And he said that to who?
Oh damn. That's how I watch reality TV. Oh damn. Oh my God, Lancey Joe, it was great, man. It was good. Happiest hour. I'm feeling good. I've been having a shitty couple of weeks. So this has been this is actually really good. I'm feeling much better today.
Well, I hate to hear that, but yeah, I'm glad you've been feeling better today. So yeah, you are a hilarious guy, and I appreciate you putting this whole thing together.
What? You're so sweet, sir. People watching, all 3-4 of you, go watch the @Lancey Joe on Venmo show. I love that Randy Cossey just commented just at the end of this. It's a fresh take on the old rom-com on the Bulls' love affair with Jerry Krause. That's what he said. God damn it, Randy Cossey. Welcome to the show. All right. Well, peace, brother. I will see you later. And be well. I'll talk to you tomorrow at the same time. 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central, 3:30 Pacific, and 11:30 GMT. Take care, man.
Bye.
Bye.